How do you reckon Len Beadell might go with the modern gear these days?
I've been asked this question before, actually, and it's really hard to answer. I remember stories, and obviously I'm probably a little young, but I remember hearing of stories where Len was testing out different equipment from equipment suppliers. So I remember this one story about them fitting his Land Rover with a winch. We've got this like technology breaking, like we've got this winch we're going to put on the front of your car. He's like, when am I going to use this? He's like, might be helpful.
Like electrical or PTO?
I couldn't tell you actually.
Yeah.
I'd have to go back and verify that one. But big heavy thing.
Yeah.
And I remember he said, he got bogged this one day, and he was like, I'm going to test this thing out, and end up pulling every tree out in the radius of the winch cable. And he was still stuck at the end of it. So, yeah, I suppose he was always like no fuss. So bare basics.
Yeah.
He wore the old hobnail boots, but never used to wear socks. So we're talking,
Just explain hobnail boots.
Yeah, like the old school leather, but the bottoms have all been nailed in. So yeah, just old school lace ups, lace up boots. These had no laces, and he never used to wear socks until he had to meet up with the dignitaries at one of the different places out bush where he was. So when they were doing some testing out at Emu, he met up with some of the British that were coming in to all the big professors and stuff that were doing all this atomic bomb testing, and he's meeting up with these knighted professors that are popping over, and he's in his hobnail boots with no socks. So he's gone and he's cut the sleeves off one of his long sleeves and pulled it up over his foot and sort of up his ankle to make it look like he was wearing socks. So if that sort of gives you a bit of a character of the man, his no frills would be my, how I'd sort of describe him. So I think everything's got a purpose, and if it's got a purpose and it's genuine, he'd be all over it. But otherwise, he'd be bare basics.
I get the feeling that he probably wouldn't see travelling in 2025 with all the stuff that people bring now as I don't think he'll see it as cheating, right? I think he'll see it as unnecessary.
Maybe, but I think technology's come a long way. Like for him, it was like, what could he carry in his car, and what could his car handle him carrying? So now technology's come so far that things are getting so much lighter. I don't think he'd turn his nose up to some of the little creature comforts as long as they were going to last. I think that was his purpose. Like it had to last because he was out there for so long at a time that he needed something that wasn't disposable, I suppose. So, yeah.